Alright y'all, I am going to show y'all how to replace the floor in a trailer. Now these floors are 16 center. We got to go all the way down through here and hit the corner. And then we're going to go about a 4 foot over on this side wall right here too. Now the first thing we're going to do is going to see how bad it is. So I done kicked this out. As you can see, that wasn't very far. So we're going to go all the way out to the edge of where this discoloration is. That is a total of, I think we're going 2 foot. Yeah, so we're going to cut it 2 foot. Now what we're also going to do, when we cut this at 2 foot and draw a line all the way down it, we're going to cut the plywood at 2 foot and a quarter so we can actually stick it underneath the wall a little bit right here and not have spiders or anything else get in. Now we're going to do a 4 foot section, so we're going to go from over here all the way down this way. Alright, now we got our 2 foot marks. We just put a level here, 4 foot level, and we're going to draw a line all the way down through there. And once we have it, and we're going to do is we'll measure 4 foot from there because our pieces of plywood are already 4 foot. And we're going to go to right here. And of course we got some staples right there. So yeah, we're going to go on the left hand side of that just so we don't tear the saw blade up. And we're going to draw a line from right here where we already drew the other line over to the wall and cut it all out. So we got our 4 foot mark right here. We're only putting 2 of them, one close to the line right here and the other one on over towards the wall. Right there. And the other one goes right here at the wall. And after we get that, we're going to put us a line right there. Where's our other line? Make sure we're going to miss all the staples. And looks like we are not. So we're going to scoot this over just a little bit and get away from them staples. And we'll just do a remeasure when we're cutting the plywood. Now we're going to use a circular saw at the beginning. Alright, it's time to cut it. Now my lines are not the straightest, but we're going to get it as good as we possibly can. Oh, wait a minute. One more other thing you got to do. Don't plug in your saw like I have. You got to adjust. That's a very important thing. You got to adjust your blade down right here. Unplug your saw just to make sure you don't take your fingers off today. We'll get it. We'll get it. The saw's been throwed a couple times, so yeah, we're going to try to get it adjusted. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this, if you can see it on the camera, and we're going to measure it 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to take this one to about an inch. You might cut a little bit into the wood, but it will be all right. So there we are. Then we'll latch it down, and what that's going to do is keep you from cutting into the 2x6. Now it's time to cut. Well, I got plugged back in my saw. That might help. Do-do-do. Now we're going to cut the line going towards the wall and try not to hit all these little staples right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a saw. And we're going to, oh man, we're on that stud. How are we going to do this? Okay, we're going to do it a different way. We'll take our saw. And cut that out. Now, whatever else we need to do right there, we're going to use some chisels. And we're going to go ahead and cut out all the way over through here. We're going to do a foot from the wall now and get all that cut out, get it all cleaned up, and I'll show you the next process. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're just going to find our studs. There's like staples going through right here, so that's where our stud is. So we don't want to hit our hammer right there. Just take a regular hammer. You can do your foot, but you probably cause more damage than what you're doing. And that's all you're going to do. You're going to get your pieces out. Whoops, earthquake. You're going to get your pieces out. Pull them out as you go. Then you can find your studs. Whatever you do, do not put your knee or your feet here. Always put it on the studs or you're going to break out more of this junk particle board and you're going to be mad because you're going to have to do more. Now it's time to knock all this out with a hammer, and the parts that you're going to have to go underneath the wall, you're going to chisel anything you have to out from underneath the wall with just a regular wood chisel and all the staples. I will show you how we're getting those out here in just a second. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our measurements right here. We marked the other one 2 foot. We're going to do 2.5 feet going across. So that's from this way to the wall. And what we're going to do is we're going to chisel out a 1/2 inch underneath the wall. Now other people will do it the right way, and that's chisel it all out underneath the wall whenever you do it. I ain't got it in me to do that, so we're just going to do it the cheating way, I guess. 1/2 inch will hold the wall up. It ain't going nowhere, and whatever's actually left underneath there in the studs. So we'll take a chisel wherever it went. And we'll just take this chisel, we'll go up underneath there and we'll dig out right there, because as you can see, the rest is going way up underneath the wall. I don't know, we could go ways. Nah, we'll do a 1/2 inch. That's what we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to measure the rest of this. We've got to do another 4 foot section by 1.5 feet. 1 foot and a half an inch. And then we're going to cut that one over there. All right, now how we get out the staples is we just take a pair of vice grips and then we push it that way, and apparently I didn't have that one tight enough, and then you get your staple out. Easiest way to do it. These are kind of rusted, so we'll just clamp them down a little bit better, pull them out, do all kinds of stuff with vice grips. Then we got another one over here. I'll show you how easy it comes out. Sometimes you can pull both of them out, or if they're rusted real bad, see how that one broke? I can still bite down in there, and if it keeps on doing that, we'll tighten that one up. Oh, there's still a piece of staple in there. Actually, I broke it. So, and then you get them out. Works pretty good. Now, once you do that, if you have one break off, you can just hammer it down in there if you want to, down into the wood, and that'll work too. But I like pulling them all out. That way it don't mess up anything whenever you're trying to get the piece of plywood in. Like, because we're going to slide this one up underneath the wall right there when we actually put it in. So we still got to do the rest of these. Here's a broken one for you. I'll show you. I'll get it with a pair of vice grips. Show you what kind of vice grips here in a second. See, it just pulls right out. And that one broke. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to take a hammer, because I can't bite it no more with the vice grips, and we're just going to hammer that in right there. In this case, I ain't got my hammer on me, so we just use that. Either way, just a flat pair of vice grips. That's all I use. Clamp it down real tight, pull it out. All right, now the next step is we're going to take a 2x4, plain as day. We got these put in at a heck of an angle right there, and we're just going to take these and put it right underneath. As soon as I get it going. Alright, so here's what we're doing with it. Once we put those screws in, we put it down there, put half the 2x4 on this side and half on the other side, and that's going to catch a lip, so whenever you step right here, it does not break it. Move that out so y'all can see, but it's in between the 2x6s, and you see we have a lip right here. If you didn't have a lip here and you cut off this piece right here, that's fine. You could just put a 2x4 and scab it right down through. Well, I don't think this one will fit, but you could just scab it like that on the inside. Do that anywhere, that way you have something so you don't break the floor. All right, let's get this in. Actually, we got to put in another board on down there. Now, if you got a small little gap right here, we ain't even going to bother, because that's like a probably 8-9 inch gap, if that. I'm just leaving that. There's no way, if you break that, that's your fault, I guess. But either way, we're going to get the rest of this in. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to cheat on this. So if you see, we have the 2x4 all the way up against the edge right here. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to take our pin, go underneath this board, and we're just going to put a line on it. And then we got our distance there. We ain't even got to measure. That's what I call cheating, but it really ain't. Okay, so something's a little crooked. It ain't my pin. Must be the board underneath there. Sure is. Either way, there's your line. Let's cut it. All right. Now, whenever you have one already closed in, you put your angles, and then you can put it in there like that. But on the other side, we can actually, I'll show you something else too. On this side, we're just going to take the screws and we'll run them straight in through the side. Now, on this side, I run my screws. See how they're sticking out a little bit? What that's going to do is I'm going to put it in there and then we'll drive it in so it actually fits tight. That way, whoops, apparently that side don't fit very tight, does it? Which makes it a lot easier to get the screws in. Okay. Uh-oh. We didn't need to see that. That's a crooked board, but... And then get it flush up against the floor right there. And then what we're going to do on this side is just run the screw kind of straight in. And then we're going to put another one right below it. And actually I didn't have enough room for the drill over there, but I ran them anyways. And then we're going to do the other side. Well, that one ain't going. Grab me another screw. And do y'all selves a favor, I will never buy a Phillips screw again. It's going to be T-bits because they do not strip like that. Alright, now we cut this one 1 foot and we cut the hole out, or this one's 1.5 inches and we cut the hole out 1 foot. Wait a minute, I said that wrong. Yeah, 1.5 inches is what this is. We cut the hole out 1 foot. And then all we're going to do, take us a 2x4, and if everybody cleaned this out good over here, go step on that corner right there. Uh-oh, that went too far. There we go. Now it's in. And now you got your piece of plywood in. Other than I do need to close up the gap right there on the left. So we'll just take another 2x4 right here on the side, turn off the light with my foot, and that should be not going over. Huh. Man, I hope it goes over. Let's find out. We'll try it again. There we go. Okay, now it is closed up and ready to screw down. Now, that's how you do the sides. Over here, this needs cleaned up a little bit. Over here, we have to do it a little bit different. What we're going to do is take a 2x4. I already cut this out to length. And because your board's there so close, we'll get this up underneath here. And then we're going to pull it up right there tight and screw it there. And then we'll have a good, looks like 3/4 of an inch to an inch to bite on right there. So, but this has to be cleaned up a little bit better right there, it looks like. And on these trailers, other than a dirty wall right there, these just, you put one more 2x4 is all you need, and it will pull it out far enough. And I got it going 1/2 inch underneath the wall right here. So we got 2 more sheets to put in, and then we are done. And just about forgot, we got to put one more board going across right here, because that will be one of the first places to break right there. Alright, now we got our 2x4 in by the wall, and we also got another one underneath here to support this, so this does not break very much, hopefully, at all. And now we're going to put in the piece of plywood. And now, after all that's screwed in, we have one last piece, and somebody else is screwing the rest of these in. Alright, here is the finished product anyways. This is called patchwork. I have no idea what the heck I was doing here, but we got it done. We got basically 4-foot sections, and on up there they had everything off, so we just done what we could. Painting is probably going to be next in here by the looks of it. But there y'all go. Y'all enjoy. Have a good day. We'll see y'all on the next one.